Hello everyone, today we can see one simple pattern example. Okay, so basically I want to print the output in a 5 rows and 5 columns using the stars. Okay, so output would be like this. I want first I'll take the simple 4 stars. Okay, so 4 rows and 4 columns. It's like a square shape. Okay, so for this how do we do? See, to implement this one we require the nested things. Okay, like to implement this we can use the nested for loops. We cannot go for the if conditions because this is not the condition things, this is a iteration things. Okay, one by one we are producing the result. That's why we can use the loops. And while loop we will not use because we knew already how many rows and how many columns we want. Then we can go for the for loop here. So first I'll copy this. So to for this what will I do is I'll put in comments. First I'll take the main method. So the simple hint of the main method is just write main method and do control space, then we'll get the main method. So select the first one, main method came. Now here what will I do is first we require the for loops. Okay, so inside that we will use another for loop. So to more information about the syntaxes, nested loops, this kind of information we are giving the Java full stack post for the freshers. Okay, so if you want to learn more about this you can check out our page and join into the our course. So here I am taking the for loop. So before that, how the flow of this execution is, for example, think that the first row is like a, I am saying it, this is the first row. So this one is the first row and this one is the second row and this is third row and this is fourth row. For this I require one for loop to store the data. Okay, something like row. This is for row I want. And now this first one is the one column, second one is one column, and third one is the one column, and this one is the one column. So in that case, to iterate the columns, for this purpose I'll use the for column, I mean nested loop I'll use. So inside the loop contains the another loop, sorry, so this loop contains the another loop, that is called as a so loop contains the one more loop, then it is a nested loop. Inside one loop contains the another loop, then it is nothing but the nested loop. So here what is happening is, think like in your real world example, one row of bench contains the 4 students take. See, this is a one row contains the 4 students seats, right? So how the execution will flow is first row. So in this case, this row will execute, and second time what will happen is first row contains the 4 students. So first student, and next what will happen? Second student, and next third student, and fourth student. And similarly, after one row completes the 4 students, then we will navigate into the second row. Our intention is we just printing the only 4 stars, that's fine. So 4 stars done first row, and next we'll print the second row. So think that this is the second row bench. Okay, contains the same different 4 students are sits in the second row. So first student, second student, and third student, and fourth student. So now second row is also completed. Similarly, this is a third row bench and contains the 4 students, and this is a fourth row contains the 4 students. Okay, so how it is going to execute is, so this first row I am considering it is, that is a row and column, both it is. Okay, so in that case this is a first row and this is a first column. So execution flow will be, row is equal to first row, that is, and same like column is also a first column only. And next one is, what is this one? This is the same first row only, but second column, right? So in that case, row equal to 1, column equal to 2 will come, because this is the second column, but first row having. This is also third column, but sits in the first row only. So next iteration will be row equal to 1, column equal to 3. You got my point? So here this is the first row. So that's why every row contains the 1, 1, 1. But see, the columns numbers got changed. This is the first column, this is the second column, and this is the third column, and this is the fourth column. That's why we got this one. Row 1 and column equal to 4. Now think that second row, this is a second row. It means row is a second row. That's why row got updated. And what is this one? This is a second column or first column? Second row, but first column it is. That's why we'll get the column equal to 1. And think that this is a what? This is a second column, but it is in second row. Then in that case, row equal to 2, column equal to 2 will come. And next one is the second row, third column it is. So now row equal to second only, but column equal to 3. Now last one is this is also row, second row only, but it is a fourth column. Then in that case, row equal to 2, but column equal to 4. Okay, you got it? And this is a third row. Third row, okay. So now it is a third row. Now row equal to 3 will come. And now here check, this is the first column. Okay, not the third column. This is the third row, but this is the first column. That's why column equal to 1. Now this one is the second column, but it is in third row. Then row equal to 3 and column equal to 2. Similarly, this is also third column, but it is in third row. So now what will happen? Row equal to 3, column equal to 3. This is how the numbers will be iterates in the for loops. So this is the fourth one, third row, but fourth column it is. So now row equal to third and column equal to fourth. Now last one, this is the fourth row, but this is the first column only. So fourth row, but column is the first one. And now this one, for this is a second column, but it is sits in the fourth row. In that case, row equal to 4 and column equal to 2. This is the third column, but it is sits in the fourth row. So row equal to 4 and column equal to 3. And this one is the last one. This is the row fourth one, column is also fourth one. Then row equal to 4 and column equal to 4. This is how the numbers will be allocated. Like when we are doing the iteration things, that time this is how it will check. And we will jump into the coding part. So now here what will I do is, I'll initiate the some values. So row syntax is, first one is the initialization we will do. And initialization we will do. And next condition. And next will be the increment. This is the syntax. And so how the flow is, first we will do initialization. Initialization is like we are using all the numeric data type. That's why I used the int. And I'll take directly row equal to 1. Why? Because first row, first column. So row is starting from the 1 only. That's why I've used the row equal to 1. And now the condition part. I want the only 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. That's why I'll use the row and 4 I want, but I want to check the each iteration from the first to fourth rows. That's why I'll use the row equal to row is less than or equal to 4. Now it will check the condition 1 is less than or equal to 4, like I am doing the 4 iterations right here, row 1 2 3 4, row 4 rows I am doing the iteration. That's why I'm used this condition. Outer loop, we can call it as outer loop or main loop, and inside that, so once the condition is true, this is a condition, right? So once the condition is true, then it will go inside the block. So inside the block, what we wrote is nested loop we are using. This is called the nested loop or inner loop, we can say anything. Okay, so inner loop we are taking. So here, so now check, we have for each row how many columns are there. For each row I am having 4 columns, right, for this case. But here starting point of column is first one only, right? See, column is starting for every row is the first one only. So in that case I'll use the initialization is 1. Okay, what is this call equal to 1? What is the data type? We'll use the int data type. This is a numeric data type. And now initialization is done, next semicolon, then how many times we are doing? 4 times we are doing, like columns having the 4 columns for each rows. That's why I'll use the 4 columns. Okay, and it will also check the condition, so it will iterate from first to second, third, 4 it will do, right? That's why we will use the condition less than or equal to. So now this loop also will execute 4 times. Okay, for each row this loop will execute 4 times. So now here is, now what will check it is, here is first row equal to 1 is got assigned, and now it will check the condition. 1 row is having 1 less than or equal to 4 it will check. So 1 less than or equal to 4 it will check. So 1 less than or equal to 4 condition is true or false? True only. So it will go inside the for loop. Now in the for loop what we are doing is column equal to 1. So assigned 1 equal to column. Okay, so column having the 1 value. Now it will go inside, now it will check the condition. So call less than or equal to 4, column is having 1. So now 1 less than, so what we are checking, less than or equal to 4. So same thing. Now this condition is true or false? This condition also true. Then it will go inside this nested block. Sorry. It will go inside this block. Okay. So inside the block, what will I do? I want to print the columns. Okay. So for this, what will I do? We are printing the stars, right? So we'll use the, let's say simple assume that SOP is nothing but println statement. So we are printing the rows, not the numbers. So I want to do print the stars. For each row, print the 4 columns. Like this I did. So now see, check first row, condition is true. Then go inside the for loop, column equal to 1, and check the condition 1 less than or equal to 4, condition true. Then come here, print this star. So now how it will print? It will print the first row and first column. Okay, so now I'll give the some space, like place like this also, or else we can use some space, and like this also will use. So now cursor is somewhat provide the some space, and now it is blinking here within the same line only. This is not the println statement, this is a print method. Now check. Now after SOP, after println statement, we doesn't have any methods, right? I mean, after print method we doesn't have any statement. Then it will go to this increment and decrement section. Now I'll do the increment part, because 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 row, how it is going, 1 2 3 4. Now it is got incrementing. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. So it is got incrementing. That's why I'll use the increment operator over here. So what I am incrementing? Columns I am incrementing. That's why call plus plus. I'll use the call plus plus. Now call plus plus came. So now print statement print ho gaya. Here star is got printed, and now we are doing the increment. So what was the earlier column value is 1, right? So now it got incremented to 2. Column value is now equal to 2. Okay. Now it will, once the increment is done, then it will go inside the condition part. Now it will check this one. Now what is the condition here? 2 less than or equal to 4. So condition is true or false? Condition is obviously true. Then it will go inside the for loop. What we having inside the for loop? Print the star. So cursor is actually is blinking after the first row, first star. So cursor is already blinking some space. Yes, cursor is already blinking from the first star, right? So cursor is already blinking here. So now star will print over here. Now we provided some space here. So here. So it will use some space here. Now next, what will happen? There is no next statement after this println statement. Then it will do increment. What is the column value is now currently 2. So it will got increment to 3. So now call value is now equal to 3. So it will go inside this condition part. Now it will check this one. So now what is the condition here is 3 less than or equal to 4. Is condition is true or false? Obviously condition is true. Then go inside the for loop. SOP statement is there. Print that one. And now print the star and give the some space. Cursor is blinking after some space. Now there is no statements after this println. Then it will go here. So after that it will go inside the increment part. So in the increment part, what is the column value currently? 3. Now increment it to call value equal to 4. Now it will go to the condition part. What is the call value is now currently 4. 4 less than or equal to 4 is true or false? 4 less than or equal to 4. 4 less than or equal to 4 is obviously true. Then condition true. Then go inside the for loop. So for loop we are providing the SOP of star. So print the star and provide the some space. That's it. Now it will do again increment the value. What is the increment value now? So now the increment value is having a cal value will be 5. So I'll write down here. Now call value after increment 5 will come, and it will go and check the condition. 5 less than or equal to 4. So 5 less than or equal to 4. Condition is true or false? False. Then it will not go inside the for block, right? It will directly terminate out of, like now the cursor is blinking here. Okay. It will come out of this block. So after this block, we doesn't have anything, right? Then it will go and check this for loop. So like this nested loop is got terminated, but main outer loop is still is in pending only. So only one row is got executed. We provided the condition till 4 should check. That's why. So now increment part will come here. Row plus plus I am doing. So now what is the row currently? Row value is 1. Now after increment, what is the row value? Row value will be 2. And now condition, it will go to the condition part. Now what is the row value is currently? 2 less than or equal to, here we are providing the 4. So it will check the condition. 2 less than or equal to 4. Condition is true. So it means once the condition is true, then it will again come to the nested block. Okay. Again it will do the same process only. Now I'll tell you one important point here is, first it will check the value. Call equal to 1. So column having a 1. And check the condition. 1 less than or equal to 4. Condition is true. Then go inside the for loop. For loop what we provided? SOP of asterisk symbol. Now actually currently cursor is in first row only, right? But our requirement is once the 4 columns are done in the first row, then start with the second row. Then but currently cursor is in first row only. To do that one, in the place of dots we can use one simple println statement. Empty println statement we will use. So it means it will come to the next line with the empty. It will not do anything. Okay. So now equal for an SOP of star. Now the star asterisk will print over here, not here, because we provided the SOP of empty one. Empty line should create. Our requirement is to start from the second row, not from here in the first row. That's why we used this one. Okay? So once the first row is done, 4 columns got printed, then in this condition time 5 less than or equal to 4 time, it will got terminated. So nested block will got terminated, and the output would start from the second next line. So output would start from the next line. That purpose I have used the SOP of empty one. It will print in the next row. Okay, so you got it right. So so now we will check this one. So here first condition is done, and next one it will check the call plus. What is the call value here is currently 1, but after increment it will be a 2, and it will check the condition 2 less than or equal to 4. Condition is true, then it will go inside this one, and what we provided here is asterisk symbol, print the asterisk, then cursor is actually here. So after first time, like in this condition, what will happen? Asterisk, and we provided some space, right? So after space it will blink it over here, and the next condition time, like next column, that time it will blink here and print over here. And now give the space because we provided the space. And now next one. So after this println statement, we doesn't have any statements. That time we will increment this one, call plus. What will happen? Call plus means currently call is having 2. So after increment it will be a 3. So call 3. Condition check 3 less than or equal to 4. Condition is true or false? Condition is true obviously. Then go inside this one and print this line. So what we are printing? Star space. So star space, and now it will go to the increment part. Currently call having a 3. After increment it will be a 4. And now go to the condition part. 4 less than or equal to 4. How much? It's current 4 less than or equal to 4 is true. Then condition is true. Then go inside the for block. Then next print the star and space. Star it will print and space it will give. So now next condition is like it will increment the value. Currently call value is 4. After increment it will be 5. Column value is 5, and condition is 5 less than or equal to 4. Condition is false. Then come out of this for block, and we have provided the SOP of empty line. It means cursor will come in the next line. So it will blink over here. It will just telling that go to the next line. Print the next line with the empty. So now again it will come to the for block, because for main loop is still exists, right? Only 2 rows we checked, and we have remaining 3 and 4 also. Now what will happen? This SOP prints the next line, and we don't have anything, right? After println statement doesn't have, so it will go directly to the row plus. So what is the row value is currently 2. So row become a 3 here. So row 3, and here comes here 3 less than or no, row value is 3. 3 less than or equal to 4. Condition is true or false? Condition is true. Then print this for loop. So this for loop is again it will print the 4 times after space. And once the condition become like call value is 5, then condition is false, then come out of this loop. And next what we are providing, print the next empty line. So now cursor is now here, and after printing the empty line, then cursor is in here. So now check any statements are there, nothing is there, then go inside the main for loop. Here row plus plus we are doing. So currently row is having 3, so after increment row become a 4, and now comes to the condition part, row is less than or equal to 4. So what is the output, row less than or equal to 4, condition is true, then come inside the nested for loop. Actually we don't have any statements, right, above the nested loop, so that's why directly comes into the nested for loop. So inside this what we are going to doing is same thing, same 4 times it will print, and after 5th time it will got terminated. So it will do like this, okay, and got terminated, and we provided the next println statement, empty println. Now cursor is in next line, and now check the here no statements, and check the condition increment value, row value become a 5 now, because row is before 4, now after 5. So condition checks that 5 less than or equal to 4, condition is true or false, it's false. Now it will not go inside this for block, it will come out of this block. So now cursor is here, so output will get in this way. You got it? Now we will execute this program in the Eclipse IDE. So for simply we will do int row equal to 1 less than row is less than or equal to 4, row plus plus, and inside for loop int call equal to 1 and call is less than or equal to 4, call plus plus. Now sys out. I want the only println statement, print statement, not the println. Print is print within the same line only. Println is it will go to the next step. So I am printing the star asterisk and provide the some space. Now here also SOSO came. Now here empty line we are providing. Now we will check the output quickly. Is there any errors? See, output came, 4 stars came. What will I put here without space? How will I execute? We will see. See, there is no space over here, that's why I put the space. I told you one more also. So plus empty, we'll check now output. We will check the checkbox. In next time it will not ask. See here space came. Okay, so this is how we can print the square shape of 5 stars. Now tomorrow what will I discuss is halo square I want to print. Halo square is nothing but, see, in between nothing rows are there. Only how do we print this one? We will see in the next class, or we will see in the next video. So do follow and subscribe to KM Career Launch and join our course. Thank you for watching.